What up, y'all? It's Yungavelle back at it with another video. It's an immaculate day out. I hope everybody's been well. It is a couple days to the full moon. Probably like a week or so. Still in retrograde. Still moving through the challenges. It's great though. Making the necessary adjustments. You know, even retrograde is a tool. That's one of the big things that I've been implementing in this retrograde, is just knowing that the little adjustments that I have to make are, you know, the little challenges that come are just adjustments. That's it, adjustments. So, but retrograde is not the topic. The topic is mushrooms, one of my favorite. So if you don't know by now, mushrooms are super excellent organisms. They are very good for you and very good for the environment. And if you haven't already, make sure to watch Paul Stamets' documentary on Netflix called Fantastic Fungi, because it will put you on. It will put you on in a way that is very eye-opening to the necessity and benefit of mushrooms, from all types of mushrooms, from the food mushrooms, the ones that we're familiar with, the ones that boost our immunity, to the psilocybin mushrooms, and the ones that are being used in medical research and stuff like that. And I just love mushrooms, man. They're just the best. They are so great. They are so good, in fact, that they stimulate this phenomenon that's called epigenetic neurogenesis. You know, I know a lot of people have certain stigma when it comes to mushrooms because of how we've been programmed, but you know, new research and new science is all validating the great use and the great benefit of mushrooms. So it's great. And one of these benefits is called epigenetic neurogenesis, which just means the growth and the stimulation of new neurons. And that's huge. You know, that's huge. So think about it. The growth of new neurons, meaning that your brain, your connectivity, your thought processes will be that much sharper, will be that much clearer, because we are taught that, and don't worry, I'm going to get into my own mushroom experience and how it's just absolutely insane. But I need y'all to understand that mushrooms are not a bad thing. I need y'all to understand that they are extremely powerful tools if used correctly. Epigenetic neurogenesis, because we're taught that the brain stops developing at a certain age, which, come to find out, is not the truth. Mushrooms can make your brain so neuroplastic that you can change lifelong habits in a single session. Single! My man was stuttering his whole life. Severe stuttering problem. Severe stuttering problem. Couldn't look people in the face. Couldn't look people in the eye without looking down and stuttering. He has a mushroom experience, and he tells himself, okay, what should I focus on? You know, as the visuals start coming and reality starts getting a little bit more amorphous, more malleable. What should I focus on, he asked. He said, well, I have a stuttering problem. And he repeats in his brain, stop stuttering, stop stuttering. Stop stuttering now. He said hundreds, thousands of times I was saying that. And he had his experience. He went home, woke up the next day, and he saw this girl that he always had a crush on, and he believed had a crush on him. So the girl says, hey, what's up, Paul? And he was like, for the first time I was able to look her in the eye, and I said, good morning, Sue. How are you? Stuttering gone in a single session. A single session! Oh my gosh, mushrooms are amazing! They change the neurochemistry of your brain, and you can program it and overcome old pathways. That's how powerful they are. Now let's think about the mushrooms in the environment. Mushrooms are the immunity of the environment. They have no cell wall. So it's called mycelium. Mycelium are the little networks that are underground, and the mushrooms are just the fruiting bodies of the mycelium. So all we see is the fruiting bodies, but underground are the mushrooms, and they are vast networks, similar to the trees, similar to the connections of the human brain. You see how, as above, so below, the universe does behave like a hologram, holographic universe principle in action right there. But mushrooms, you could see how even from the immunity of the environment, they are so good. Keep in mind, some of them can kill you, but they are so good that yes, you can eat them, and they have a lot of nutrients and stuff like that, like portobello and reishi, lion's mane. Whew, love lion's mane. And then you have another whole other branch of psychedelic mushrooms, of mushrooms that are psychedelic, that are, if you eat them, you will have a profound experience that will change the perception of reality for you. That's how amazing of an organism mushrooms are. Enter my first experience. So I was in college, and I didn't really know what to expect. So boom, mushrooms. All of a sudden, I'm in my dorm room, and at this point I've just researched them, so I kind of know what to expect, but I have no frame of reference because I've never experienced it before. So I'm looking at the couch. All of a sudden the couch is changing, like the couch is moving like that, like a wave, and I'm like, that is weird. That is weird. So boom, it's moving, it's shake like a wave. And me and my peoples, we planned on going outside in nature, because here's a tip. You always want to go in nature. You always want to be in nature, because anything that's artificial will be extremely, you just become ultra sensitive. Your perception of reality becomes so sensitive that you can perceive the subtle how can I say, the subtle cues, the subtle information that's all around us at all times. You'll be super sensitive, and you'll be able to pick that up. So if there's anywhere you want to be, it's nature, because to pick up on the subtle sensitive information that lies in nature is just going to be great for you. So boom, we went out in nature, and man, I can't tell you how beautiful the Earth Mother is when you start to see her while the veil is lifted. You think the Earth Mother is beautiful now. Wait till you see her, and you can perceive the colors on her, so vibrant. And then you start to pick up on the information that the trees and the sun, you start to pick up on that information of that relationship. And then you start to ponder on your own relationship on the earth. Everything that you know has happened on this planet. And so, it was one of the most profound experiences that I had, that began, it really strengthened my love for the Earth Mother. And that's when I really started getting that, I had my first experiences where I would cry. I would cry deeply, and I would release, I was releasing deep tears of those little programs that we've been taught in life, that you're not enough, that we pick up at, and just being human. And I just remember profoundly releasing that, releasing those. I just remember saying, like, I knew I was fine, I knew that I was good, as myself. And I just remember it was just me and the Earth Mother, and my tears are falling right onto the blades of grass, and it was just like she was there, just receiving, just being there, just being there, like, I'm here for you, I'm here with you. And that relationship, you really start to see, man, that the Earth Mother is something special, because keep in mind, mushrooms come, they're a natural thing. So It's related to nature. So you can see how a lot of things that the Earth Mother provides are for our benefit, and when you tap into them, you can have profound transformative experiences. So, you know, mushrooms for me is not just really about the visual aspect of it. It's more about the psychological healing and the spiritual healing that comes from it. And, you know, ever since that, you know, my life has changed. You know, it's been a lot more open spiritually. You know, when you see beyond the veil and you see that there's a lot more going on, there's a lot more information happening around us than we're normally privy to, it will change you. It will change you, because, you know, certain things don't matter as much as you thought that they did. And yeah, I also remember feeling like I did not know my body could feel like this. There were waves of orgasmic bliss. Like, oh my God. After you release, you start to open up to, or at least I started to open up to, you know, I started focusing on the sun. And, you know, the sunlight was just, you can't describe the beauty that the sun was radiating. Because you already know the sun is beautiful. Bright, you know, a lot of people's good moods are characterized by a bright sunny day, and that's not for no reason. The sun is emanating light, which is, you know, part of our nature. So that light was, and it was activating me somehow. It definitely was the mushrooms as well, but the mushrooms were kind of just opening up those receptors, or opening up the floodgates, the channels for that energy to just flood through me. And I was writhing in this, it almost felt sexual, but I knew it was just the creative energy that's always dormant within us. It was rising up within me, and I was just like, tears of joy and bliss were coming down my face as the light was washing over me. All this from a mushroom, man. All this from a fungus. You gotta understand, y'all, that society don't got all the answers, and a lot of times society is playing catch up when it comes to breakthroughs in consciousness and breakthroughs in constructs. And, you know, mushrooms is one of those things. Because now it's finally starting to be understood that these things, when used properly, can have profound healing aspects on your spirit, mind, and body. So yeah, I definitely been wanting to make this video for a long time, and now I feel like I'm in a space where I can make that. So if you guys have any experience with mushrooms, just let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it. And I hope y'all are doing well. The energy has been so full. You know, it feels like I have a lot more free time, but I feel like I'm a lot more busy. So, but it's all good stuff, all stuff that I'm choosing to do. So, like I always say, guys, if you guys got anything from this video, be sure to share it, like it, comment, subscribe. Lone Star is coming out October 18th. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely blast out when that comes out. That song is definitely special to me. It came through in one day, all of it. The hook, the bridge, the verses, one day, in the span of a day. So it's definitely some sort of download. So until next time, guys, like I always say, remember, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection.